How we doing? Today is Thursday, August the 31st, 2023. Just doing a video here on a deal that came across our desk. We are looking for private funding on this deal. So we're going to just go through the deal, show how it breaks down, show what the private investor would get in terms of a return and for how many years, and just kind of go through the whole deal and let you know why it makes sense and why we feel it's a good deal. So if you're interested in talking further about this, you can definitely reach out. The contact information will be at the end of the video, and we can talk a little bit further. So let me share my screen. So here's the deal. The property is at 4012 Horizon Place, Fort Worth, Texas. Property is owned and the owner of the property is willing to offer seller financing for this particular property. So I'll show you pictures of it just so you'll see the photos. Here are the photos. So as you can see here, property is in above average condition. So you don't need to do any work to the property. Maybe just a small cleanup, wipe things down, things of that nature, but nothing more than that. 4-bedroom, 2-bath house in Fort Worth, Texas. And it is roughly, let me go back and see. Square footage is roughly 2,200. As is value right now is just about $300,000. As you can see here, property would rent probably around $2,300. Again, like I said, we're going to get owner financing for this particular property. Owner's going to finance it to us at $300,000. They're looking for right now. They're looking for $39,000 down. We're trying to negotiate that, maybe get that reduced a little bit. Assignment fee of $10,000. That'll go to the wholesaler who actually bought the deal to us. We're estimating about $5,000 in closing costs, and then another $5,800 in carrying costs, because what we're going to do is we are going to create financing for a homeowner. We're going to create seller financing or create a mortgage for someone to live in this particular property. Somebody who cannot go down to a bank right now and get a loan for the $300,000 that the seller is looking for. We're going to find someone that can't get that and needs us to create the financing for them. They will go through a RMLO, which is a registered mortgage loan officer. So we will put them through that process and make sure that they can afford the property. We make sure that everything is done by the book, just like you would if you go into a bank. So we're going to make sure that they have that their job and the family status and who's in the family and who's working, make sure that they can afford this and make sure that it's at a good ratio. It's not, you're not overpaying each month or struggling to make the payment. We're going to make sure that they're qualified. And so what we're going to do here, the loan that the person that has the property right now is going to extend to us is going to be for $261,000, 3.5% interest for 360 months. But there is a balloon payment in 6 years. So we have to get this house paid off in 6 years. We have to, we have to give this owner the money that they're looking for in 6 years. So our payment for right now, principal and interest, is going to be $1,172.01. So what we're then going to do is then do seller financing wrap to a end buyer for that same $300,000. We're going to get a down payment. We're going to get 10% down payment, and then we're going to finance the rest. The $270,000 will be our first note that we're going to create, because we're going to create 2 notes on this, a first and a second. So the first would be for 225,000 at 10.5% interest for 360 months. And this is the payment, $2,058.16. And then we're going to create a second as well. And the reason why we create it like this is because we're going to create it in a way that if we need to be able to sell our first note, we have the ability to do that to pay off any underlying debt at a certain time. And again, we have 6 years in order to get the seller financing portion that is extended to us to get that paid off. So these two payments here are roughly $2,400, and that's just principal and interest. So another thing that you can see here is the difference in the cash flow from what we have to pay out, which is $1,172, and what we're going to be collecting, which is, just over $2,400. So there's a good amount of cash flow in this deal, because even if you add in taxes and insurance, the principal and interest payments, they stay the same. The difference between the principal and interest payments stay the same. So this is where we're looking for a third party to extend $59,800 at, right now, we're looking somewhere between 12 to 15%. Now, if you want to do 15%, if you want to extend that for 72 months, this is going to be your payment each month. And then again, because this has to get paid off in 6 years, we've made the term 6 years here. So you'll be paid off in full. And when we pay the property off, you'll get your money, and the seller that is extending seller financing to us, they'll be paid off as well. So, that's what we're looking for. If anyone is interested in this particular deal, you can definitely reach out to us and let us know if you have questions. But if you look at the total cost basis of the property, what we're paying for it, we're actually paying a little bit over what the market will bear right now, because we know we have some time that we can get this paid off. And we feel that, as time goes on, equity will be built up into this property. And even if it doesn't in the 6 years, we can face that situation down the line at that particular time and see what's going on in the market. And then we have some other exit strategies if we have to exercise them at that particular time. And then here, this is just how the deal breaks down. You can see the cash flow here is about $45,000 over this 105 months. So actually, let's do 110. 708. So in 108 months, when somebody, let's just go to 72 months and see what happens, because we have to get it paid off in 72 months. So the total profit for us on this deal in 72 months is $42,555.43. And after the 72 months, this is what you would have made on your on the money that that you extended for the $59,800 that we're looking for. So this is types of deals that we come across and we look at, and this is how we try to structure them. And again, we try to use private money to structure our deals and make sure that, somebody who has this type of money that's in an account that's not getting the type of return that they're looking for, if they're looking for higher returns, we can extend about a 15% return on a 15% interest on that money for up to 72 months. So just wanted to, like I said, go over that deal. And if anyone is interested in that deal, they can reach out to us. Our telephone number here is 973-475-8488. Or you can email us at investorgmr@yahoo.com. And if you have any questions or concerns, we can answer them for you. But, if for whatever reason, if we couldn't pay you for, you know, if we ran into trouble, we couldn't make the payment, if something happened to us here, the way that we structure this is that you would then take over collecting this $2,400 payment that we are setting up for our buyer that's going to live in the property. So, you know, the worst thing that we could do actually is pay you, but then you would, you know, take over this property for that $58,000, and then you'll be getting even more money per month, and then there'll be equity in the property after the 6 years, where you can then sell it and then make even more money on top of your initial investment. So please reach out if you're interested. If you have any questions, we'd love to answer them and see if we can, you know, start a relationship and do more deals like this. So thank you, and you have a good day.